Hello. Oh my goodness, I am very excited to be doing this little video update. I just wanted to hop on because we obviously are all seeing the craziness that is going on in this world right now. And it doesn't matter what perspective you have on this, what your thoughts and feelings are. Regardless, there's a sense of fear that is so strong right now in our world. Fear. So I'm going to talk about it. Okay, so what my point is on this video is my team, this morning when I was speaking with them, my morning routine with them, I was asking for a collective message. And I've been holding off on this a little just because new news is coming in so fast with how this virus is spreading, with how people are reacting to it, with quarantines, with national emergencies, with toilet paper shortages. And there's just so much, just shit's weird right now. Okay? And of course, that's a supernatural response to tap into that fear. And what I love, what one of my main teachings is of course living in your heart. But another one that I know some of you have heard me talk about a lot is when there's a bunch of darkness or when there's a lot of dense energies going on, it's really easy to focus on that darkness. But remember, the more that you focus on something, no matter what it is in this universe, it's just a universal law, whatever you focus on expands or grows. Okay? So I'm not saying ignore this. That's not this. And I know it's very easy to get triggered by people who are saying, just stay happy, stay positive. It's like, well, I'm freaking scared. And of course, and that's a supernatural reaction. But please remember, we have our choice of how we want to handle this fear. So if you're listening to this, I'm hoping that I'm setting the intention that this is going to resonate. And please reach out if you have any further questions. But I'm just going to talk about what my team was talking about this morning. So we live in a very dense 3D world where it's polarized. We're all living up in our brains. Most of us are, which means everything has an equal and opposite reaction or an equal and opposite force. Good, bad, evil, angelic, my religion versus your religion, my fear versus your fear, my toilet paper versus your toilet paper. Like, I'm really trying not to be triggered by that because I completely understand. So that's why I'm getting on here, because we're all human. We all have these natural triggers and judgments, and especially when we're tapping into fear, it's easy to allow those triggers to come up. But okay, so we're in this polarized world, and there's a matrix or a grid that is around our physical planet Earth. And this grid, we're each attached to this grid. And the 3D grid, the old, current, dense, fear-based grid that we're all living in, is attached with our brains. Our brains physically have a tie, a cord, a energetic resonance that attaches to this matrix. So, just like how iPhones work when you hear about the cloud, this is the human cloud. And what this matrix does is we have access to everyone else's thoughts and fears and projections and absolutely anything that has ever been thought about is in this matrix, and we have the ability to tap into it, no matter if it was from us or from someone a million years ago, from our next door neighbor, from someone across the country or across the world. We have access to it. And if you'd like to look at more information about this, look up the 100 monkey theory or whatever that, it's about these monkeys. That's a whole other thing, but it's scientifically proven. This is what happens. So it's very easy to pull. So what we as humans do subconsciously when we're not aware of this is we pull down information from this grid that we identify with as ours, because remember, it's attached to our brains and to our thoughts and to our bodies. And say there's all this fear running around up in this grid right now, and we think we're doing okay, and all of a sudden the fear gets pulled down into us because we're subconsciously attaching to this matrix, and we're pulling down this fear into our bodies, and then we're identifying with it, and then we freak the frick out ourselves. This happens with everything. This happens with anxiety, stress, doubts, judgments, even happiness, joy. Any sort of emotion is up in this grid. But right now, obviously, the main one is fear. And so what's happening is my whole goal with this is to say, yes, we have to focus on the severity of this coronavirus, but we also have to get really conscious and make this into the best case scenario, okay? This is happening whether we like it or not. It's going on right now. This coronavirus is quarantining people. It is causing people to freak out. It's really bringing about a lot of selfish tendencies back to people that are shocking other individuals. Like, it's truly shocking to some people to see their next door neighbors all of a sudden get super selfish, possibly, and run to the grocery store and grab 100 rolls of toilet paper and then quarantine themselves and then yell at everyone else. And there's so many scenarios going on. But anyways, what my whole goal with this is to show you have a choice right now, basically two choices. Let's just break it down. You have two choices. You have the choice to focus on all this darkness that's going on right now and pull in that fear and pull in that anxiety and pull in that worry. Or you have the choice to responsibly look at the situation from a higher perspective and realize, okay, there's something going on here that I truly don't even understand. I'm not going to allow everyone else's fear physically get into me from this. I'm going to stay very grounded and very tuned into myself. So right now, what my team keeps saying would be so beneficial for all of us is to really turn into ourselves, take full advantage of this time that we literally have to spend in our homes to turn into ourselves. And it's a huge self-development process or journey right now. Because otherwise you could just sit there and be freaking out or not take full advantage of this quiet time that you have. Just that in itself, by choosing to look away from the darkness, look away from the fear, and start focusing on yourself. Remember, what you focus on expands and brightens. So we're not giving the darkness or the virus any more attention than it needs. We're not helping it expand or helping that fear and worry expand. We're focusing on ourselves, which is going to help us expand, okay? So I hope that part made sense. What happened this morning? I called in my team. My team, you can have your thoughts about this, but here we go. My team are all different sorts of beings. I have star beings, I have angelic beings, I have inner earth beings. There's a whole team. That's why I call them a team. It's easier. But this morning, very strongly, the angelic team stepped in, especially Archangel Michael and Archangel Raphael. You can look at these, I see them as physical beings, and I hear the words, I see them, but other people can just tap into them as an energy or as an emotion. So Archangel Michael, what his main emotion or energy is. So if something triggers you about an angel, just look at it from a different perspective, which is totally fine. It does not matter how you look at it. Look at him as protection and releasement of fear. So what that physically feels like when you're protected and you feel safe, tap into what that energy feels like of safety. And then what Raphael is health and vitality, but also a heart-based energy. He's very green, and of course your heart chakra has a very green energy. So Archangel Raphael and Michael stepped in immediately. And that's why they wanted me to share this with you all. Specifically, if you want to get real specific, Archangel Michael comes in on the right side of yourself and Raphael on the left. And they basically showed me the fear. I said, show me the collective message. They popped me out. They showed me the matrix, that cloud. They showed me the fear, the worry, the chaos that's going on in this world. And it's always been going on. But they are looking at it from such a high perspective, and they really are asking all of us to do this, to really start tuning into ourselves, which just doing that makes us come into a higher perspective, and to start trusting that there's a bigger thing happening here. And I don't need to go into what's truly what is coming from this virus, but there's a lot of benefits. I know it seems terrifying and that's hard to understand right now, but this is happening. What's going to come out of this is going to be very beneficial in the long run, but don't be triggered by that yet, please. So without going there, Archangel Michael basically showed me how we have two choices once we choose to focus on ourselves, to truly stay super present with every emotion that we're feeling, because what's happening when we pull down this energy from the matrix or from the cloud and tap into other people's energies or identify them as our own is I'm trying to think of a way to say this clear. We are all one. You've heard that so many times, but what that truly means is we're all one consciousness. We all come from the same source light, but also we're all literally one, connected to this one cloud, this one matrix, this one grid. We have one source of information that we all can tap into. It's just opening yourself up to that. So let's look at it. Let's look at we are one in regards to we have one source of information, this little matrix. When we work with ourselves on an inner journey, what happens is, since we are one, we all have the same fears, we all have the same doubts or worries that can really trigger us in different ways. And so that's why it feels like it can be a different sort of anxiety or a different sort of fear. But right now what's very wild and pretty rare is we're all having the same fear, and that's rare. And so that's why they really want us to start taking advantage of this. It's a huge opportunity to really shift into a higher consciousness right now as a collective. Of course, on an individual level, but since we're all focusing on it, we can all shift as one. So as we pull down this worry or this fear, we're pulling down on top of the worry and fear that we have about this coronavirus. We're also tapping into energy that is matching the fear from the past diseases or viruses, like the plague or the swine flu or any sort of disease or any sort of situation that's ever happened ever in this world is up in that cloud. And so we're tapping in to that energy and we're pulling it into our collective the more that we focus on the darkness. And that's why it seems like it's expanding and getting so strong so fast, is because energy attracts energy. This universe, you attract what you think. So you think about, well, this coronavirus is freaking me out, and then all of a sudden you pull in all this fear from every other sort of disease that people have had in the past, their fears. So I know that sounds scary, but you're not doing this alone. Every single one of us here are doing that right now. So you have the choice. When that happens, it's going to happen regardless, because that's just, we're in this world. We signed up for this, we're here. You're going to tap into that fear. Don't judge yourself for that, but truly start looking at each day like a fresh new start. They were really repeating the words, greet the dawn, greet each second of every single moment from here on out. Stay very present, stay very grateful and very hopeful. Remember, just turn away from the darkness is right here, turn away from it and focus on just staying very present, very hopeful, very grateful. You truly don't have to understand what that even will do, but just by you doing that is helping, because it's shooting that energy back up into the grid so more people can tap into that. So you're not doing this just for yourself, if that helps. You're doing this for the collective. The more that you focus on yourself and on that hope and that joy and that peace, the more that people have the ability to pull that down instead of pulling down the fear. Okay? So that was one thing they were talking about. Another one was truly speaking from the heart. There's a lot of fear going on right now, of course, and it's super easy to become selfish from that and to just focus on yourself and your family instead of others. But I know, and anyone who's watching this, I know you guys, if you saw someone who truly needed help, you would help them. If an old lady was at the grocery store and asked for your help, you would help her. I mean, I hope you would. And so, first of all, realize that. Step back and realize, okay, I'm actually not as selfish as I'm feeling right now. If you had any sort of that, I'm not saying you had to, but if you felt selfish at all or fearful or anything, remember, it's not you. It's this information you're pulling down. You're just identifying with it. And realize you are truly an amazing human being, an amazing light being. And you truly have a heart of gold. But what's happening with this fear is fear resides in our solar plexus chakra. It's an energy center that is right above our belly button, kind of right below our rib cage. And fear resides there from past, present, future lives. And it also is where, when you pull down that information, your brain and your solar plexus are attached. That's what my guides were showing me this morning, is we're pulling down this fear that's in our polarized brains, and it's attaching to all of our fear from past, present, and future lives in our solar plexus. And so how we can take full advantage of clearing that and bringing more peace and joy and light into our life right now and into the collective is we're being physically forced, some of us, to stay in our homes, to be quarantined, whatever you want to look at it as. But instead of looking at that as a fear, look at it as, okay, this is a great opportunity to search inside myself and really cultivate a whole new level of stillness within my life. And yes, you can do this. They kept saying, yes, every single person can do this. So, okay, they're asking me to repeat right now because I know that was kind of all over the place. So, Archangel Michael for protection and safety, and then Raphael for health and vitality and heart-based energy. To really greet the dawn in each present moment with joy and excitement, and realize that every single moment you have a new opportunity of how you're going to react. So even if you've reacted lately in the past few days in ways that you're not too proud of, that's completely fine. That's natural. It's not your fault. Just remember that it's not your fault. Become neutral. Do not judge yourself for that. But you just have the choice right now as you're watching this, to just shift your perspective and start being like, no matter what has happened, even in the past 2 hours, I'm going to choose right now to start focusing on myself and start focusing on light and love. And that is called greeting the dawn. Of course, each new day you can treat like that, but I take that as, and that's what they're showing me, that each new moment you can greet the dawn in an entire new way. Greet the day, greet the present moment in an entire new way, an entire new higher perspective. So, a little exercise that they asked me to do that truly helped me feel better, and I hope helps all of you, is, okay, so back to that solar plexus. We have this fear that really gets stagnant, and that's why you just feel like a kind of a pit in your stomach, or just, and as we're saying this, I can just feel you all really tuning into that. Just that in itself is tuning inside. So thank you for doing that, is what they're saying right now. Breathing into that and not pushing that fear away. So what they really would like to ask you to do, okay, we just want to do it right now. So feel the fear. Even if you haven't been feeling the fear, you're going to realize it's super easy to tap into it, because remember, we're all connected by this one information source. Feel the collective fear, even if you don't have fear, and feel what that pit in your stomach feels like, and just let it kind of take over your body right now. It's not scary, it's not dangerous, it's you doing it. No, this isn't another being doing this, so don't be scared. What we need to do is bring attention to this fear so that we can look at it, talk about it, focus on it, and then release it, okay? So focus on this fear, focus on whatever else you're feeling in your life. It's okay, Reggie, it's okay if you have, if you don't hold back tears if you need to right now. This is what that physically is a 3D manifestation of your fears being released. So tears are amazing. Please never hold in your emotions. Let the fear expand. Feel people who truly are in scarier situations than you. Feel what they're feeling. And that's terrifying. That broke my heart this morning when I tapped into that, because you just want to be like, no, you want to just be in doubt that people are truly being affected at this high level by this, that our world is actually, that this is actually happening in our world right now. You need to get realistic about this. This is what ascension is. This is what helping other people looks like physically in the now moment. You cannot play dumb anymore. I'm not saying any of you have, but this is the spiritual maturity. This is just maturity in general of taking this seriously and realizing that, okay, I'm choosing that, and I know that I can do something about this. He's barking at something on the wall. Reggie, come here. So, an exercise. First, please place your feet flat on the floor, or if you're sitting, really anchor into your body and feel, okay, so they're just gonna come in. Feel what your feet feel like on the earth. Feel what your body feels like on the chair that you're sitting on, or whatever surface you're sitting on right now. And just breathe into your body. What helps release fear is you have to stay present in your body. You can't pop out or watch yourself from a different perspective. Don't watch it like a TV screen. Watch it like you're in your body. So, okay, so stay really anchored. Feel the earth below you. We're gonna pull up this earth energy right now. You don't have to understand how this is happening, but it's just by me calling it in, it's going to happen for all of you. So there's this huge golden puddle below our feet, below our body. Wherever we're sitting, there's a very beneficial golden energy. and just start focusing on it. Start focusing on the love and the light that this energy is wanting to share with us, this earth energy. It is full of love. And just allow it to be, okay, so they're pulling it up to your feet right now. You're gonna feel a little like heat on the top of your feet. Allow it to wash over your feet and begin to open. Their chakras or energy centers on the bottom of our feet. Just with intention, just begin to open those chakras on the bottom of your feet and pull up this golden energy. Pull it up through your ankles, through your shins, swishing it around your knees, pulling it across your lap, into your hips, and just let it sit there for a second. So feel what your legs feel like right now, being super grounded and physically in contact with this earth energy. This is happening. Some of you are physically going to feel this. You might see it, you might know it. There's no right or wrong way to see this, but you're just allowing it to happen. You can have all your thoughts and doubts about what's happening right now, but it's happening because I'm holding this space. And so this is really gonna help you just start letting go of your ego. If that helps, your ego is gonna quiet a little, and you're just gonna go, just right now, if it helps, say like, why not? Why would I not try this for the collective, okay? So you're pulling this up, the energy's in your hips right now. They're asking, okay, so you still have that fear mixed with this earth energy right now inside of you. I now ask that you pull this energy within your hips up, right below your rib cage, right into your solar plexus area. Let it start washing around and mixing with this fear. Just start observing, be very curious about what this feels like. And now Archangel Michael, he's coming from your right side. He's asking that you take your right hand. Okay, I'm gonna switch hands. I did it with my left hand this morning, but he's asking right hand right now. Put it over that area, right below your rib cage. We have chakras on our palms as well. Some people can see this if you stare at it from a certain angle. We're gonna use it's a self-empowerment technique, and he wants us to realize we can do this ourselves, but he's basically stepping in to help us. It's just like a little teacher helping a student right now, okay? And then you're gonna realize, okay, I can do this, and you become the teacher. Okay, so to clear, what's happening right now is the sphere is starting to come back. Instead of being all around your body, it's starting to all come back and get really densed up within your solar plexus, within this third energy center above your belly button. And this golden earth energy is there at the same time, okay? You're very safe. Remember, this is just you. Archangel Michael is asking right now, or again, remember, this can just be a protection or yourself, to help yourself, is asking that you take your right hand and you start rotating it counterclockwise. And so looking down, start rotating it to the right side of your body. And you're just gonna start rotating. And what's happening is Archangel Michael, with his help as well, is he's starting to pull out the sphere. It's physically getting pulled out. You don't need to understand this, is what he's saying, because it's not your fear. Remember that. If it's your fear, you would have to work through it. But on a collective level, right now, it's not your fear. And so truly start circling it to the right. You're gonna feel energy start coming out into your hand. As you do this, with the intention, and as I say it, you're only releasing the fear out into your hand. And it's gonna feel like cords, it's gonna feel sticky, it can feel heavy. Again, please don't hold back any emotions with this. And as you do, you can start feeling it ball up. He even shows you can grab it, pull out these cords, and with your other hand, take like a little scissors and cut through it. And so you have it, and then you can just release it. It's gonna be transmuted to Archangel Michael. He'll take it, because he's right there. So, and then to do that 3 times, okay? And then I'll explain what's happening as we do this. So just continue to clear these cords, clear this doubt in the sphere. This golden earth energy is still there. Pulling it out, cutting and releasing as much as you feel comfortable. It's not going to be completely gone, but what's happening is we're creating space within it so that we can start connecting back to our hearts. Okay. So let's actually do that one more time. Really focusing on that third energy center, rotating it counterclockwise, so towards the right side of your body. Pulling it out, cutting, releasing, asking Archangel Michael to just take this energy. You don't need to understand what's happening with it. He's showing he's doing it with all of you right now. This works. There's no time from their perspective. So this is working whenever you're listening to this. It's working. Okay. So now you're going to feel a lot lighter in that area. You're going to feel that golden energy really saturating into that area more. Even if there's still fear, that's okay. It's not gonna all be released at once. You're just setting the intention that it will be. Okay, I can use my right hand again. So now there's energy that's back into that chakra. He's asking that to put more energy of our own energy back in, we start rotating clockwise around it. So back to our solar plexus, whatever hand you'd like to use, start rotating clockwise or to the left side of your body. You're going up and over to the left side. It might look backwards in the video. You don't need to pull anything out here. All you're doing is setting the intention. The energy, beneficial energy, is being put back into your solar plexus. Your own energy, your own safety and love and light. And this is where Archangel Raphael is coming in, or the health and vitality and the safety net, basically, is being put back into you. But that's not the point here. Okay, so what we just did is you created, instead of a channel from your solar plexus to your brain, we just created a channel from our root chakra, which is at the base of our spine, to our hearts. So those two are connected, just like our solar plexus and brains are connected. Our root chakras and our hearts are connected. Our root chakras, or the bottom chakra at the base of our spine, is full of energy of safety and basically how you survive in this world. Like, survival is what that is. And of course, when we're tapping into this fear of this virus, it immediately skips over our survival and goes purely into complete chaos, which is in our solar plexus. And so by releasing those cords, is what they showed, is the root chakra now has direct access back to our hearts. We're basically giving our body permission to use that channel instead of our solar plexus to brain. We want to focus on our root chakra at the bottom of our spine up to our heart center, okay? So, I know this is a lot. You don't have to understand it all, just please follow along. Now, okay, so we're back at the root chakra. That golden energy is there. I ask you to start allowing this golden energy to travel back up into our hearts, and just don't try to control where it goes. Allow it to start saturating. You're gonna feel like it just kind of shoots to your shoulders and down your arms, up your neck, and that's gonna go right out the top of your head. And without trying, it's already connecting back to that grid. So thank you. You just healed a lot of people that you don't even realize. But now we're gonna set the intention that our root chakra connects back to our heart. And so this golden energy is all around us. Let's bring our attention back to our root chakra, back to the base of our spine or our tailbone, and feel this like ruby red color. It's a deep red. It's really like a red that you feel comfortable, or it's so beautiful to look at. Not like a harsh, annoying red. It's a beautiful like ruby, really. And allow that, with the golden energy still around you, allow this ruby red to start traveling up to your heart center. It just goes right up and it starts circling around wherever it would like to go. And then start tapping into love, what love feels like to you. This can come from love. So love is in every emotion. So love can be in gratitude, love is in appreciation, love is in care, love is in joy. Love is literally in everything. So love's an easier emotion because just like white has every color, love has every emotion. But if love is hard to like feel for you, and it's easier to identify with a sense of gratitude for your family or your pet, or just look at something that makes you just feel love and feel what that feels like. And allow this red energy that's coming from your root chakra up to your heart to identify with that feeling of love. Whatever it takes for you to feel that, just feel it. And placing your hands on your heart, you can either place it, or if it helps, we have a little heart circuit. You can run your hands up and down your sternum on this little sphere of love. And it's what's going to start happening is it's going to start spreading all around your body. And they're asking that you start focusing on your electrons, okay? So what your electrons are direct access to past, present, and parallel or future lifetimes. You don't have to understand that. I'm just asking that if you're feeling comfortable with it, as you're letting this red energy flow all around you, this love, your root chakra, telling yourself you're safe, telling yourself you're loved, telling yourself this whole world is okay, we're going to be okay. We have so many other beings watching out for us. Just let go of that right now. Be really present with yourself. And allow this red, with intention, to shoot to every electron of your body. And it just kind of shoots out from all directions from the heart center to every electron or every cell of your body. And without you even trying, it's going to start going and healing all your past, present, parallel, future lifetimes, which, again, is still up in that cloud. So you're getting healings on multiple levels. I didn't know we were gonna do all this today, so thank you for bearing with me. Okay, beautiful. So as that's happening, feel the love returning back to your heart from your cells. So it's kind of like bouncing back and forth, and just allow it. It's going to keep overflowing because it's not your own energy at this point. It's the earth's energy mixed with your energy, which is unlimited. You're never going to run out of this. This is just unconditional love. Just so you all know, you're shifted down to your heart at this moment. And you don't have to understand it, because heart energy works on emotions. It doesn't work on logic like the brain does. So if you keep feeling yourself doubting or judging this, that's okay. That's natural. It's because we're human. But you have the choice to keep switching back and forth from your brain to your heart, and eventually you're just going to stay in your heart, okay? So this red is shooting back, this beautiful red of safety and love and health and just completion of any sort of worry or fear. And what it's doing is starting to release any doubts or judgments on yourself that you don't even have to understand, is what they're saying right now. It's doubts and fears that are coming in, again, from other things that have happened in the past that haven't even happened to you. It's happened on a collective scale. So that's why we're one. We are shifting together. We're helping each other through this. So just allowing this red to expand all around your body. It's going to keep you very grounded, because what we want to do with this fear is stay very grounded in our bodies, very in tune with how we're feeling, or if we're allowing the fear to dictate our life, or if we're allowing this beautiful love in our root chakra and our heart to tell us we're okay, we're safe, and we're love, okay? So with that now, they're asking that you can start spreading that to other people. So you just did on a quantum level. You just did that. You don't even have to understand it, but you did it. You put it into the grid. So they're saying thank you, thank you, thank you. And now try to do this to any single person you see, any single person you pass. It's a healing that they don't even realize they need, but is going to be so beneficial, because this virus is going to do what it's going to do. And we have the choice to focus on what we're going to do. We are equal, powerful creator beings. And so truly start manifesting your power, truly start manifesting your hope and your faith, and start speaking from your heart. Speak what you're doing with this red color is easier for us humans to identify sometimes than emotion is. Looking at a red and realizing within that red is all those emotions of love and health and safety and compassion and care and appreciation. But you don't have to keep repeating all that. You can just say, focus on that beautiful red, and it basically envelops all of those emotions, if that makes sense. And then sending that red to all beings that need this healing, and in real time. So if you're at the grocery store, picturing it just surrounding people who are freaking out, or surrounding people who need the healing, or people who truly don't know what to do. Have compassion for them, realizing that they're just unconscious to this information that they're pulling down, that they're identifying with this fear, and that sometimes there's people who can't be helped, or can't be, that came out aggressive. I meant helped from, you can't go up and be like, basically tell them everything I just told you, but you can send them that love. You can send them that love and light, even a smile as you're holding that red energy, that gold earth energy, and that red, like, beautiful safety net. Just that smile, since you're holding that energy, that energy is going to go to them. Remember that. So it's going to heal them. It's crazy how amazing this works. I've been doing it for the past 2 days just to see before I did this video, and it's been very beneficial, very helpful. People are just calming. People are walking slower at the grocery stores. If you're getting triggered by other people, just keep tapping into yourself, focusing on yourself, holding this light for everyone, holding this light for people who can't hold their own light right now. Okay, really this is a time, the most important time ever, to really hold compassion for yourself and for others, because not everyone is going to be able to tap into this, remember, and it's a gift when you can. So just looking at everything from a higher perspective, continue this activity as much as you'd like, release the fear, allow it to kind of surround you again. Remember, don't push it away, because you need to identify it. You need to see where this fear is inside of you. You got to release it, pull it out, call in the angels, call in your protection, have them help you release it. And then as you do that, fill in with another beneficial energy is basically the whole goal. Okay. Sorry, I did not know we were going to go there today, but that's happening. So Another thing they'd like me to tell you, very, very beneficial colors are an electric blue, gold, and then this very safe red. Heart energy is green, but that's mostly gonna help you stay grounded. So green is really gonna help you stay grounded, but also this green is within the red. So red is basically holding everything right now. And it's not a fearful red, it's not a scary red, it's a beautiful love. It's a beautiful safe, it's a beautiful health vibration. Okay, I hope that made sense. I know that I don't know what else is going to keep happening in this world, but I do know that we have the choice of how we can react to this. Please hold space for others. Please help others as they're trying to navigate this fear that they don't understand. And just let's make this world a better place, people. It's scary, it's intense, but we're amazing light beings and we're needed more than ever right now. So I'm really hoping and inviting you to tap into yourself and tap into your bravery and start helping others around you. Just become really selfless. This is a huge time to become selfless right now. Even from your home, you can do this like we just did, okay? But if you do happen to be out and about, still send it to every single person you see. Okay, that was a lot, but I love you all so much. Stay healthy, stay safe, stay connected to yourself and with others, and just hold the love, okay? I will be in contact with you all again soon. Love you so much. Have an amazing rest of your weekend. Bye.